Welcome, you're listening to a Rolemaster Actual play set in Terry K Amthor's excellent Shadow world using fantasy grounds. You can find session summaries, descriptions of items and of characters on World Anvil, where our campaign is called The Praise of Old Men. Quick shout out to Fred Daniel for leaving a comment on the video. We don't get many of those. I think the last one was 5 months ago by somebody called Some Bloke. So thanks very much, Fred. Much appreciated. Previously on, still exploring the demon-infested city of Tarek Nev, the party has still been unable to find the two artefacts. Last session took them to a mausoleum with a dark portal, a enclosed grey forest with skeletal creatures, and weird spooky entities that, as you walked in, inscribed your name in a roll of the dead, as it were. We finished the session while getting into a fight with some kind of spirits which were blindingly fast but took a while to spin up to throw their things. We join them as the fight continues.
Initiative rolls, please.
Hang on!
Oh, I'm sorry, Cran. You didn't get your attack.
Too late. It's really cool.
Cran, it's your turn.
Swinging shield breaker at this thing again. All out. This thing is parrying, isn't it? So gonna give it both barrels, see what happens.
So that's again another solid hit, and you'll roll a B/critical for me, please. Let's get those critical.
Touche. That's one better.
So 99 on a B/. Sorry, I can't drag these across, otherwise I would do. You also catch the creature across the head, only this time there's a crunch as shield breaker bites into the vertebra on the creature and shatter the neck. The head almost falls off completely, but the damage to the neck and the follow through as the blade then catches the head as it slumps is enough to take the top of the creature's head off. It too collapses to the ground, dead.
Yay!
Come on, you bastards!
Wow.
Lucky crit.
So those 20s helped out. He's got 90s now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's working now. The dice
All right,
gods are with us.
so let's go for initiative rolls.
So I was just saying, after I killed that thing, can Cran move?
Yes, you can. Sorry. Yes, if you wanted to move yourself, Cran, that's fine.
On the move, just inside of Ogden there, and say, all right, fella, get behind me.
Okay. So that creature will attack. Well, as it happens, it attacks Victor. Well, that's rubbish. That's a miss. And then it will attack one more time, Victor.
Yep.
And that's actually an A crush critical.
Ooh.
So the 8 points of damage is not very much. I'm sure the A crush critical won't cause too much harm. So that's a 45. So basically, this time you feel something score across your calf. And as you look down, you can see that you're bleeding from an injury in your calf. Can you give me a poison resistance roll, please?
Ooh. In the tower?
No, you can make it. People will notice if you turn green and collapse to the ground.
Jesus.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh
right.
no.
Okay, people will probably notice that you turn faintly green and go, I say, I don't feel very well. Let me just double check on the effect of the poison. Okay, you can see that there's probably sort of a green ooze that's collected around the injury that you've got. Yeah, okay, that's good. Well, not for me, not for you. And then the creature moves, probably to there. The next creature, and that will fire at Cherry.
Okay.
And that's 23 points and an E puncture critical as they slam into you, Cherry. That's 1. I'll roll the E puncture first.
Oh, please survive.
Okay, this takes you across the arm and almost takes your arm off as this bone disc hurtles through, almost through your arm. You were lucky that it wasn't severed. The creature gets a second attack on you, I'm afraid, Cherry.
But I'm the pretty one.
And that one also hits you for 20 and a D puncture. You'll need to make saving throws. Oh, that's negligible. So that's just a few more points of damage. Can you give me 2 saving throws, please? You don't need to
A
roll
few
too
more.
high on the save. Well, as far as you can tell, you feel all right, but Victor feels all right as well.
Oh, I
Okay.
don't feel all right, I tell you that.
Okay. A slightly larger one of these creatures suddenly pops up, and it is whirling its arms as well, so it will attack next round. Silk, what do you want to do? You can't see, but you can hear some shrieks from your companions.
Oh man. Okay, she's gonna start casting Ice Bolt, and she'll stay above the fog for now. She hates being a coward like this, but
Right, are you using
she's,
the pearls, which give you power points? Because remember, you're
that's
still trained.
exactly it. She
Right.
pulls one of those out. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Numal will go after this creature, but he can't quite reach it. Ugnan, what do you want to do?
Uglin's going to go over to Victor and cast Poison Purification on him.
Yep. Okay, so just don't fumble the spell and he won't be poisoned.
What's that? Did you say fumble the spell?
Yeah, I did need you to fumble the spell. So, wow. Okay, so let's have a look at... It's a non-attack spell.
Oh no.
I've just forced it through your veins like a plunger.
That's right. So give me a high open-ended, please. Oh, 83. Okay. You're stunned for 2 rounds.
Oh!
Cran, things are turning to shit, I'm afraid.
Fuck, Ugnan! Cherry's down! Ugnan, Cran will run up to this thing and go gangbusters on it, if you can.
Yep.
It's not particularly gangbusters.
12 points, and that's just 12 points of damage on it, I'm afraid.
Jesus.
Cherry.
Daggering backwards to get behind Ugnan. There's nothing I can do. Actually, what I'll do is I'll dig the katana into the ground, and even though my weapon, with my other arm, I'll pull out Narrowlung, the sword that has a cold crit as well.
Yeah.
And I'll ready that, but I'm just grabbing it out of its sheath, hoping that Ugnan will fix my arm before, I don't know. I'm broken. It hurts. I'm crying. There's tears streaming out of her eyes, going, God damn it.
Okay. This is not fun anymore.
No.
Okay. Victor, you're okay. You're not stunned. You're not, you're moderately damaged. Your calf hurts like hell.
Feeling sick as fuck.
But you feel quite ill. So you begin to feel quite nauseous. You kind of throw up slightly.
Nothing you haven't done before in battle.
There you go. Oops.
Remember those hungover battles?
All right, you're beginning to feel quite ill and nauseous, but you can carry on.
Okay. Gonna limp over to thing 2. And can I?
Yes, you can make an attack.
Right.
Yep.
Great. Heat blade. First attack.
Well, your heat blade, so there's a hissing in the air as your blade slashes through to hit this horrible creature, whatever it is. And the blade strikes home well and truly. So that's going to be a C crush critical, please.
Yep.
So 47. It's stunned and unable to parry for a round. And you also do another 5 hit points on it. So let me just manually adjust that. So you do another 5 hit points. And it's stunned and unable to parry for 2 rounds.
Great.
You can now make your second attack.
Yeah, let's go for it. Ooh, that's nice.
Oh, sorry. You also need, before we do that one, you need to make your heat critical. So that's also going to be, so can you give me a C heat critical, please?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so 78 on a C heat critical. Ooh, these are quite nasty. It's actually stunned for another 6 rounds. Its arm bursts into fire. So it's stunned for another 6 rounds. And it's at -50 to fight.
Nice.
Okay, now make your your second attack roll, please, if you can, Victor, with your cold blade.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god. No.
Ah,
Shame.
208. Wow.
Okay, so that's going to be 16 points. And that's going to be, so this time it's going to be a slash critical. So can you give me a C slash critical, please? Okay, 18 is another 2 hit points, which is enough to kind of whittle it down, but it's still standing. But can you now roll me, please, a C cold critical, please? 82 on a C cold critical, catches it across the leg and shatters one of its legs. It's stunned for another 6 rounds. So that takes it up to 14.
Great crits,
It
boys.
takes another big penalty. Oops, not that. You can't be at
This is
5,090 to fight. Oh, and it's bleeding at 5 hits per round from the open wound on its leg. Okay, so I think that is, if I carry that, initiative rolls, please, folks. You've done very, very well on this. I thought there was going to be at least a couple of deaths.
It's
when
not
we
over yet.
started.
There's still 3 of the bastards alive. So.
Yeah, right.
One is pretty helpless at -90. Okay, so that creature, I'm just trying to remember. I don't think it attacked last round. It will attack Numal, and then it will move. Okay, so that's 1 hit on Numal. Then it will make another attack on Numal. Okay, so Numal's going to take that, which stuns him, I'm afraid. So Numal is stunned for 2 rounds and bleeding at 2 hits per round. And then he takes another puncture critical. And that's exactly the same as Gain. So he's stunned for another 4, stunned for 4 rounds.
Shit.
And he's close to collapse, looking very ill. Oh, he'll have to make some poison resistance rolls as well. And then this creature will move across to here and stop. Thing number 2 is, I think he's the one that's pretty helpless, isn't he? Isn't he at minus?
He's
Yeah,
stunned
minus
for
90.
6
He's stunned
rounds.
for
And
like
he's
6
stunned,
rounds.
so it's going to move to about here, but it's staggering and dragging a leg. This creature is
Now
able
it's,
to.
hang on, when it moves in within 20 feet of me, its bleed increases.
Oh, that
Yep.
wasn't sensible of it. That's a tactical error.
So it increases by 2 per round, and that transfers to
you.
Yep.
Right. So every round, you will get 7 hit points back while
Nice.
it's close to you. Okay.
That could save my life.
And I don't think any of the rest of the party are bleeding, because remember, their bleeds will be treated
Yeah.
exactly the same way.
Yes, indeed. That no one else is, from what I've been watching.
Okay. So that creature will fire discs at you, Cran.
What the hell is going on here?
Okay, that's 10 points and an E critical, Cran. So
I
roll
got
that
through.
puncture first. There you go. So
Stunned
you're
for 6
struck.
rounds. Oh, Jesus.
You're stunned for 6 stick for rounds. You're taking 3 hits per round. It will get a second go at you, I'm afraid, Cran. And that's going to miss. And then you can see from out of its head. You can see it lift its head up, and it seems to fire. It seems to focus on you, and it seems to fire a bolt of light at you from its head.
Close my eyes.
Wow.
Not watching.
Kamehameha.
And that bolt does. It's a lightning bolt. It hits you for 45 points of damage,
Ooh.
and you'll take an
I've lost my
E,
beard.
an E electricity critical. Afraid it does that, and it almost takes your arm off. Okay.
Jeez.
Wow.
Cran just collapses to the ground. Ooh. You fucker. And
Okay.
that's really going to piss him off though in a minute.
Yeah. Thought
That's
so.
really annoyed him.
Silk.
Okay, so Silk takes a step off the edge and swoops down to her original location.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, like that's just the last thing she saw, so she's gonna make a perception check to notice the damage on Thing 2. Otherwise, she's
Yeah,
just
okay.
gonna attack Thing 2.
Okay, yes. If you want to give me a perception roll, that's fine. I don't think you need to. There's no modifiers.
Yeah, I think
So-
she's just gonna attack Thing 2, kind of wasted, but
Okay, I mean 85 is you're aware of everything, so you can attack, what you want.
okay.
I think
Well,
you can
she'll-
see that number 2 it's limping. I mean,
So-
it doesn't seem to be physically that badly off, but it is struggling to fight effectively. These things are horribly resilient.
Shit, okay, she'll attack number 2 then. So she'll swoop down out of the miasma cloud and then ice bolt it by almost being right on top.
Okay,
And
off you go.
swoop back up.
I'll give you, since you're coming, as it were, out of the clouds, I'll give you a rear attack bonus as well.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
20.
Yeah.
Okay, so that actually strikes home. The creature is slammed to the ground almost by that horrendous critical that you've done. Can you give me an E impact critical, please, as it's smashed to the ground by what look like huge lumps of ice?
Okay, and that's 13% movement for, say, 40 feet to be within 10.
Yeah.
So here we go. Crit, come on. Oh, 88, yes.
That's nice.
Yes.
Just wish it was against a fully...
It's the first
Fully.
humorous one we've had.
Oh, nice.
Bow fights life hard.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, cool. So
All right. Number
it
2
will
is
still
down
be
and
bleeding
dead.
for 3 rounds. Can I just, if it's still alive for the next 3 rounds? Oh, it's
Yeah.
good.
As long as you stay within whatever, I'm going to ask you that you won't cheat. So yeah, as long as you stay within 20 feet, you can have your points back. Yep, that's fine.
Awesome. That's just 3 rounds of hit points. Like,
Yep. All right.
So
That's-
Silk orients herself again at what's left and then flies back up into the clouds with the other 12% movement she's got.
Okay, that's
Done.
fine. Numal is, let's see, he is stunned and bleeding. So Numa will limp towards the party. I'm hurt. He's all right. Cherry.
did you say Numal's bleeding? Okay. So I'm actually going to hit my fly as well so I can maneuver away from party members a little bit quicker. I'll take my
Okay.
7 hit points back from the
Yep, that's fine.
cool. So I'm down to 56. That's good. I'm still stunned, so all I'm doing is like just floating up into the air, ready to stay away from Numal or Cran if
Okay.
he's bleeding.
Okay. Ugnan, I believe
I'm stunned. Is Cherry
one more run.
not
Yeah,
out of
round.
within reach then?
Is Cherry within reach of you? No, because she's flown up out of reach.
Okay, I'm going to pop a Serrani, which is stun relief for 1 round.
Yep.
And I say, "Oi, lass, if you want that arm fixed, you better get a bit closer."
I'll be back down.
All right. So I'm going to remove that stun. There you go. Done.
And I'm not addicted. That's me. That's all I can do, really.
Right.
So Cran is, because his entire shoulder and arm is just fried, broken, just hanging uselessly at his side. He's going to start scrabbling in his pouch for some Vinek, which I still have, which is stun relief. I think I just want to see if it's
D10.
I just want to check it's not like you have to brew a cup of tea or something, which would be very helpful.
No, it's good for 2 weeks as a brew.
Oh, this is the route I've got. Unfortunately, I haven't actually made this into anything yet.
No, but I would have done it all for you. If we're going to go on this island, we're going to be on this island for a week. So basically, anything I've said of brew is I thought you just brew it up and off you go. But at the end of 2 weeks, it's all gone.
You've got it already. All right. As long as you're okay with that, Stuart, I will take I've got one of those. I will take one of those. So it's a D10 stun relief. I'm stunned for 6 rounds at the moment, so need a decent result.
Just means if we survive,
Yeah, you've got
boat
2 different stun for 6 rounds. So you're actually stunned for 12.
It's 12 rounds. Okay, so and can I drink multiple doses, or would that
not
be...
in one turn? No.
Okay.
Oh, of the herb? No. I think. How would it work? I think you basically, if you're taking something to remove a stun, I think I'd say you can only take one. You can take multiple herbs, but you'll only get the benefit from the herb with the strongest effect.
All right, no, it's just I was going to try and down the whole batch rather than but I'll do it this round and next round. That's okay. So this round I remove 7 rounds of stun. So
that's a good start.
That's better.
So that one's 0 and that one's 5.
And I don't have any addiction to Vinek. That's helpful.
You sound disappointed.
Very, very undisappointed. And he's like, Gran is pretty pasty to start with, but he's looking bone white right now, gritting his teeth against the pain. And that's everything he can do.
Okay. And then it's Victor, who is not stunned but feeling quite ill.
Gonna be sick again.
Yep, you are feeling quite sick. You throw up again, only it's getting worse. Your lungs now feel as if there's some sort of congestion, as if there's something really tight and weighty around your lung. And when you breathe in and try and lift up your remorse, it really hurts your chest. It's almost as if you've got some sort of heavy cold chest infection, and you really are feeling almost quite feverish now. Other than that, you're fine.
Well, that's great. I want to make my way over to thing number 5.
Okay.
Let's see if I can actually hit it. Okay, heat blade.
Creature takes 9 points of damage. It moves away as the blade comes in and ducks. Roll with cold one, please.
Yep. Oh.
And again, it just rolls out of the way and avoids the worst of your damage.
Yeah, this guy. I'll keep him busy.
And that's where the session ended for us that week. Not this episode, but that session. And I'm not afraid to admit that during that week I was really worried that there would be a TPK at the next session. I had the mind's eye of Ugnan, who was stunned at the time, just coming out of that, looking around all groggy, seeing one of the main tanks who uses a 2-handed weapon with a useless shoulder, a smashed arm, unable to lift up the 2-handed weapon, looking over at the other tank who is slightly more mobile, but with a wound with black poisonous veins coming away from it, and Cherry, who fires a ranged weapon but only one hand working, so having like her sword in her hand, hardly able to use it, and her vampiric armor draining blood from anybody she got near. And then looking across to Numal, heavily damaged, also stunned, and then Silk out of power points, looking drained, using one of the pearls to be able to cast her spells. It didn't look good. Anyway, let's get back to it.
Probably wise if we start with an initiative roll, folks. So if I can have everybody start with initiative, please, and we'll take it from there. First creature will move, and he'll appear here, and he's windmilling his arms. And this creature will pop up here, windmilling his arms. Silk, it's your turn.
Okay, I don't recall if I was prepped already, so I'll take the round 2 to fly up and...
So, Silk, are you spending a round preparing a spell then?
Well, that's it. Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll fly back up into the sky again and
Yep.
get.
Yeah. Okay. So Numal, it is now your turn. So apart from being stunned and bleeding, you're okay. No breaks or abrasions or anything. So you can move at half your maximum rate if you wish.
And how much longer am I stunned for?
You're stunned for 4 rounds.
Okay.
Now, what you can do is if you've got any herbs that reduce or remove stun, you can take those. So even though you're stunned, you are able to drink a potion, chew a herb, or something like that.
Listen to the GM pushing drugs just like Ugman. First
He
one's
wants us
free, man.
all addicted.
That's right.
An addicted party is an easy party to control.
Absolutely. No, you are going to go on this
Okay.
quest because they've promised you a bucket load of rook. So Numal, it's your
so
turn.
Numal, yeah. So Numal, I don't have any drugs on me, so I will remain bravely trying to sort of keep a low profile, but in my mind, I'm seeing that I'm strategically placed
Yeah.
to the rear of one of the things, or at least to its flank. So hopefully I can take advantage of that.
Okay.
In a few rounds.
Okay. Cherry, it's your turn. You're also up in the air, but unfortunately you've got a broken arm.
Yeah, I think I'm stunned, can't parry for 2
That's
more
right.
rounds.
2. Yeah.
I think Ugnan was coming over to fix my break. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Or heal me because I had so much damage. So I'm going to hover around Ugnan, within Ugnan's reach. So I'm not going to be too far off the ground.
No, Ugnan isn't bleeding, so you're
Yeah,
fine.
he's fine.
Because your vampiric armor only affects people if they're bleeding.
Yes, that's correct. I was
Ooh,
down.
right.
I was down low before because that last one that died was bleeding, and I was gaining hit points back off
That's
him
right.
before he carked it.
That's right.
So
All right.
that's all I'm doing. I won't be doing much else. I'm just getting
Okay.
ready to defend Ugnan while he heals me
Okay.
with my life if I need to.
Ugnan.
Okay, so he's going to give a well while to Cherry and have to spend a round of prep because I could cast a lower level one, but then my arm's broken for 1 to 10 hours and I'm going to probably need that to run around and do a few bits. So just says, Cherry, just stay there a second, take that while I do this. And he starts to mumble and do his bits and bobs as he preps the spell.
Yeah, so Cherry, you've got some well. What does that give him? Concussion hits, isn't it? I think.
That's stun relief 3 rounds.
Okay. So addiction roll, please, Cherry.
Sure.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, so that's 3. So Cherry, you're now not stunned. So you've just got the broken arm then. And
Sweet.
Ugnan, you're prepping a spell. Is that right?
Can only do it next round.
Cran is bleeding at 3 and he's stunned for 6 rounds. So he is going to drop back to the other side of the statue. I bet he's got some stun relief somewhere. Yes, he has. He's got some Vinnock. So he'll take some Vinnock. Victor.
Don't tell him he's addicted to it now.
Yes. All right, so Cran eats some Vinnock. Victor, it's your turn. Looks like, apart from concussion hits, you're okay. Although
I'm
you're
poisoned.
suffering from poison at the moment, so you've got a -40 penalty. So you're poisoned. Your lungs are beginning to feel very heavy and are beginning to fill with fluid.
Well, anyway, I think I'm gonna try and move up to attack thing number 4.
Okay.
Blade, heat blade.
That's 4 points of damage
Yay.
on the creature. So you managed to hit it. But no critical, I'm afraid. Do you get a second attack?
Yeah, cool.
This is the cold critical, isn't it? That is an 8 critical. So let's roll your crush critical first, and then we'll do the cold critical.
Oh, 98.
98.
Well, bollocks, he says. There you go. Blow to the head. So your blade flashes out, crashes into the creature's sort of top of his skull as the body topples one way and the top of the skull sort of stays where it is. The whole head gets encrusted with ice and then shatters. Down he goes.
Nice.
I may be poisoned, but I'm still lethal. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice
So-
destruction.
Do I take poison damage now at the end?
No, at the start. Actually, you do, don't you? I'm going to roll some damage on you. And that's negligible. So no damage this round. Okay, initiative rolls, please. You've almost got this.
Famous last words.
Yeah. Cursed.
Well, considering I called my stream TPK.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to start with creature 5 because it would go first. It was down there. It's attacking you, Ugnan, I'm afraid.
No.
Ugnan, you're not armor type 1, are you?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's 26 points of damage, I'm afraid, Ugnan.
Ow.
And that's going to be an E puncture critical as well. I'm afraid that's another broken arm.
Damn these broken arms.
Who knew such small little discs could break arms? And can I have a
Frail old man.
poison resistance roll? Yeah, frail old man. Poison resistance roll, please. Yeah, that's great. That's fine. That's good enough. And then we'll go to Silk. Your turn.
Okay, so Silk's MO has been to fly up and then fly back down the same path.
Yep.
So she'll basically come out about here.
So that's 7 points of damage, but it does an A impact critical.
Oh, thank you. Okay, here we go. Big. Oh, come on. 17. I should have changed the color of my dice to blue ones for the ice bowl.
Okay, so the creature spins around, looking at what hit it, but it is going to be dropped down the initiative order next round as it staggers slightly.
Oh, we'll take.
So that will get you a first strike before it moves, which could be useful. Okay.
Now, Ogren did have the well out because he just shoved one in Cherry's mouth, but it would have been in his weapon arm, presumably, because that's his main arm. So I don't know if there's any kind of roll to make sure he didn't drop it or anything.
No, I'm going to let you keep hold of it. I think the fact you've just sort of wasted a round, I think you've lost a round preparing a spell. I think that's a big enough penalty.
Okay, so he'll just use his shield arm to put the well into his mouth. I think that's about probably all he'll be able to manage.
Yeah. Okay. So that gets rid of your stunned, doesn't it? There we go.
Yep.
Okay. Cran will move cautiously after the creature. Ugnan, that's good. You see, you're not.
No, it's Victor. I think Victor's addicted to well.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, stop using them.
Yeah,
no, keep using them. Cherry, it's your turn.
Okay, so with Cherry up in the air and she sees Numal hiding, I say to Ogden, go look after Numal. I'll take this on until the big boys get here. And she moves in with a.
Yep.
Oh no, the worst roll I could ever think of. How come it's only? It should be plus 50. Oh, because I got a broken damage. So,
yeah,
that's all right.
No,
she's gonna valiantly stay there anyway.
Okay,
so you can suck us dry.
No, I'm trying to keep away from you. Anyone who's bleeding, I try and keep away from. So as Krang gets closer, I'm gonna just shoot upwards.
Okay. Yeah, I think he's the only one that's bleeding out of all of you.
Yeah.
Numal's bleeding at 2 per as well.
Numal is as well. Victor, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way over to thing number 5. I don't think we can get all the way.
No.
5, 10.
It's actually the smell of wall that he's coming.
That's right.
You can smell it from 50
just
yards
following
away.
that heavenly scent.
That's my
Some people are drawn towards donuts, other people bacon. Victor is drawn towards some sort of leaf extract.
Nazgul in the One Ring.
Yes, right. Numal, it's your turn. So you're still bleeding it's a minor bleed, so first aid, or you could wait for Ugnan to come and deal with it.
So I'm going to continue bravely hiding behind the vegetation, and hopefully
Okay.
Ugnan can assist in due
Okay.
course.
Right, can I have initiative rolls, please? Silk, it's your turn. So you came down to ground last time to attack this creature. You
Right.
stunned it, so you'll get a second. Everybody will get a second round of attacks on it before it moves.
Well, this is it. She sees, everybody's hurting a lot, so she's gonna actually land in front of this freaking creature to kind of get in its way to slow it down or force it to go elsewhere. And she's going to strike it. So say 11 feet by 10 is say 13. Okay, here we go. Martial arts strikes rank 1. Right in the face, right where his eyeball. Oh,
And that misses.
yeah.
I'm afraid
Okay.
the creature
No.
ducks out the way.
She's good.
Okay, Numal, you're still waiting for some help, stunned and gasping for breath and bleeding.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. No
Ugnan.
charge. Yeah.
I'm just gonna jog on over to Numal. It's
Okay.
40 feet.
Yep.
And then he'll just lay his hand on, not make a mistake she done with Cherry, because I forgot the healer can just transfer the stuff straight away. It's just the delay is the healing himself.
That's
so
right.
sorry
You're
about
healing
that.
yourself.
Oscar, I should have done that. Just take it straight off you. So he just lays his hand on Numal and takes the 50 damage and 2 stun. I don't know if I can take the stun, but I'll take the 50 damage.
Yeah, so Numal is just so you're taking the 2 bleeding. You can't take the stun.
I suppose I can cast spells for stun release. I don't know if I can transfer stuns.
I don't know. I think you. Yeah, I think you can take the stun. So I'm cleared the stun as well. So you take the 2 stun, and you also take the 50 points of damage that he's taken.
Mm-hmm.
Blimey.
Thank you much.
Who on earth would be a healer in Rolemaster?
Now that I'm stunned, I'm starting to glow like a campfire, apparently.
That's right.
Oh,
Of course, that's your background ability, isn't it?
Yeah, unusually enchanted. Laugh, cry, bleeding, or
Okay.
stun, glow red like a campfire.
Okay. Right.
Silk starts wandering over to you. Pretty.
Right. Cran comes in. I think he can probably see what you're doing to box the creature in. He's can't fight though two-handed with Shield Breaker. I think Shield Breaker's a great sword. But yeah, so he can't fight with that one. He hasn't got Remorse anymore, so he's fighting with his Battle Axe two-handed. It is.
Yeah.
Get out, Betty.
All he's got, he's got a broadsword. Oh dear, I don't think this is going to hit.
Now, when you say only got a broadsword, which one out of the 900 he had?
Yes, right. That's a miss. So Cran misses. Victor, your turn.
Is the space enough for me to stand?
Yeah, I
beside
think
Cran?
so. Yeah, because I mean, Silk could probably adjust as you move in. Yeah, this isn't a tabletop game, so yeah, go ahead. You've pinned it, so off you go.
Ooh.
Oh, you are clutch today.
Well, this
Yeah,
isn't
nice.
working out very well. So that's 16 points of damage. More importantly, you've done another E critical. So if we roll that one,
Oh.
that's only 20. Okay, so what that does do, though, is it stuns it, and it can't parry, and you add 10 to your next swing. Now, is that the cold or the heat critical?
That was the heat.
Right, let me just call up the heat critical table. We'll roll that.
Bring the heat.
Okay, so if you want to make a heat critical roll, please. That's D100.
Oh.
5. Hot air plus 0 hits, so nothing. So now if you want to roll your second attack,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
remember
come
you're going
on,
to add,
Victor.
and you get a plus 10 to this as well.
Oh.
There's a well in it for you if you hit him.
Okay, so that's maximum. That's another 16 points of damage. And that's another E crush critical, please.
Come on.
Wow.
Okay, all my good rolls are.
Okay,
They're
glancing
spent.
blow, but again, not only is
Spent,
it
yeah.
well, it's stunned, but you'd have the initiative on it, but you also get to roll your cold critical.
Okay, let's go. Oh,
Thought that was 96.
yeah. So that.
I do like the wailing though. The lamentation.
It's another 5 hit points of damage only, I'm afraid.
Oh.
And Cherry, it's your turn. Damn it.
I say I'm really sorry, Cran, as his wounds rip open if he's
Oh,
still
that's
got
true.
bleeds
Yes,
going.
yes, they are. So he's now bleeding at 5 around.
I zip away from everybody and say, "Get away from me!
Yeah.
Ah!
I
And she
look
runs.
horrible. I'm a horrible person."
Thinks to go for a poo in the bushes again.
Okay, so Cherry, that's your turn.
Yep.
Right. The
I'm just
creature
getting
is
away
stunned
from
and unable to parry, but it can now move.
Yeah, 50%.
So it will move to there.
Oh, 75% gone. So 25 left.
Initiative rolls, please. Silk, it's your turn.
I'll
Yeah.
fly that way and Superman punch. What am I doing? And then she remembers the level stole all of her main magic stat and she thinks it's the world that's bleeding her dry. So there's a reason why she's hand to hand now instead of met.
Afraid that's a miss as well.
Okay,
Okay,
she'll be
right.
right up on him.
Okay, Numel, it's your turn. You are now fit and ready to go.
I'd love to pursue this thing. How far would I be able to move in this
Okay,
round?
so if you set in combat track, if you set your pace to run, then give me a moving maneuver roll. You can move 70 feet, so you can close on it, but you won't be able to attack it. Ugnan, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to jog over, which is a routine difficulty, to Victor, which would then give me enough activity to hit him with a 0 prep poison purification.
Yep.
Oh.
Alas, that's just the movement, but that's, I think, quick enough.
Yeah, that's plenty.
And then the spell.
Yep.
Yep, fine. So
Okay, so
poison's
that
purified.
removes the effect of the spell, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
There we go. And that's cleared. Cherry, it's your turn.
Okay. Has it started winding yet? Or
No.
is it just moved?
No, it's just moved. It's going to have to move next round to build up the momentum to make its attack.
Copy that. I'm going to fly to there, and I'm going to use my whip to try and because I've got a length of 9
Yep.
for it. Actually, I might move closer because I want it to wrap around him. I'm going to try and use my whip to entangle him.
Yep.
If that's a possibility.
Yeah, so a successful attack roll, and I'll give him
I did 2, and I didn't have a target.
123 is going to hit him. So what
Awesome.
I'm going to do is basically give him...
Strength check or something?
Yeah, that's a fail. He's going to be immobilized. He's not stunned, so he can defend this creature, but he won't be able to move next round, so he's held in place. Victor, it's your turn. So you, apart from some concussion damage, I don't think you're bleeding. You've got no other
No.
penalty, so you can move as normal.
Yep. I wanna try and catch up to him. So
Yeah. Give me a moving maneuver roll. So you're running. Okay, so you can move across to get in its face, but you won't be able to make an attack roll. You won't have enough activity left, Victor.
Yeah.
But you can certainly close the distance, get your weapon ready and block it in. You can see that Cherry has quite cleverly tangled her whip around the creature's legs. These creatures are built for speed. They're strong for their build, but they're not of superhuman strength. So the likelihood is she's going to be able to hold it in place. Right. Cran is going to stay where he is and hope that Ugnan can do something soon, because he's not capable of doing anything. Right, this creature failed his strength check, couldn't break out. He has still got a bolt attack, I'm afraid, Victor, which he will use on you. Okay, so you're so close to the creature that unfortunately you catch that lightning bolt full in the face.
Oh no!
Victor. So that's
Aye, aye.
40 points of damage, and that's an E electricity critical,
Oh.
which is 3 hit points. I rolled a 3. There you go. But I also get to do, because it was so close, I get to do an A critical and a B critical as well.
Wow.
So the A critical is bloody hell, is 2 hit points, and the B critical is a miss. I think what's 01. Yeah, your hair stands up on end. Wow. Okay. Initiative rolls, please. Okay. Right, the creature still has the whip wrapped around it, so it's going to try and break free, which it can't. It's unable to pick up any speed with its arms to do anything. It's just used its lightning bolt. It can't use that every round, so it's helpless. Silk, it's your turn.
Man, she's gonna, I guess, try and maneuver around it to get to its back, get a bonus to this strike because she is not a frontline fighter. So she's gonna try and any bonus for it being stuck.
Yeah, I'll allow you. So if you're going to melee it, you can have a rear attack on it.
Okay,
because it's unable to really turn and face you. It's going to fall over.
That's what
So
she needs.
Silk.
She'll take it, and she's going to again martial arts strike it. That's all she's got because it's not AT20 for sweeps. Oh, max rank 1 though.
That is 5 points of damage on it. But you also do, I think, your first ever martial arts critical.
Well, strike wise, yeah.
Okay, it's your first strike critical.
Here we go. She thinks of Ugnan. Oh, that 80 was there.
Doubles over laughing.
05. 05.
Genuinely, this is what the table says.
Sorry.
I wish I'd written this role-playing system. Okay, that's a miss. Okay.
Stupid Ugnan thought.
Numal, it's your turn. So you can have a flank attack on it as you come in.
So here we go. I'm going to be attacking with my katana.
Yep.
Shinin sword. There we go. Let's see what happens.
It missed, I'm afraid. Ugnan, your turn.
Okay, gonna walk over to Cran, and as he lays his working hand on Cran's busted shoulder, he pops a piece of gefnel, which is a piece of lichen, in his mouth, and just raises his eyebrows and just takes this shoulder wound, which just sliced right across his other working hand, so both arms are useless now. And
no!
And he now starts just munching on the gefnel, which is a heal 100 concussion damage, but is AF10 though.
Okay.
Oh man! Here we go, Gran. Good luck, buddy.
This is the spell roll, and this is the AF.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh.
Okay. So yeah, 0 damage for now until the bleeds kick in, and I think I've probably taken 3 of his bleeds from that wound. I don't know how it works with the vampiric armor.
Well, you're out of range now, so actually, yeah. So you take the 3 that he was bleeding at became a 5.
that armor is dangerous. We got to hold Cherry down and work the body, ripping it off her.
So I'm going to take that to that. So that's the 5.
Yep.
That's to that. There you go.
And I've cured the concussion, and that's all he's going to be able to do.
All right. Okay. So Cran still has the concussion damage, but he doesn't have the breaks, which means he's now combat ready. Okay, Victor, your turn.
Yeah.
You can have a flank attack on this creature as well.
Okay.
So that's plus 35.
Plus 35. Oh. Let's see. Heat. Oh.
That still manages to sneak through for 11 points of damage and a B/critical. So if you roll your B/, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's now bleeding, which gets quite interesting because that attracts Cherry's attention, the fact that this
Yes,
creature is
it does.
bleeding. Vampiric armor is quite cool, actually.
It is.
Really.
Okay, so can you give me a cold critical roll, please? That's a B cold critical. No, A cold critical.
That was heat.
Oh, heat was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 52. It's another 1 hit per round, and that's another couple of hit points. Okay, now it's your cold.
Yep.
Oh my lord.
And that's
Nice,
plus
100.
50.
Okay, so that's
See, so
16
even matters.
and an E/critical. So roll me your E first of all. This is where you want to roll big. That's not bad.
Respectable.
That's exactly what you wanted, apart from killing it outright. And then you get to roll an A cold critical. And that's a 50. So that's another 6 hit points and another 2 rounds of parry. Cran is now fit and able. He will draw his sword and move in, but won't be able to do much more than that.
Swearing
Cherry.
in only a way Crane can do. Let me think. I'm just going to keep the whip taut. I want to keep this thing entangled. I'm
Right,
not
are
gonna
you
do
close
any-
enough to open up its...
Yes, I am. I'm
So they all
within
go up
20
by
feet.
2, don't they?
Yep, so its bleeds go up by 2, and I siphon off the totality of its bleed.
So Cherry, you get these back this round.
Nice, thank you.
And is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn. I'm just keeping the whip taut, so it's still, entangled as much as...
All right, initiative rolls then, please.
Get you in a minute, Jerry.
Good luck. Yeah, your third broken arm, Ugnan.
Yeah, I don't know what happens there. I presume you just can't heal it. We've already got a broken arm.
Yeah. Right.
Or is it breaking in second place? Oh, you're joking,
Oh,
crack.
God. That would suck.
Okay. Right, thing 5 is still entangled. It's going to make another strength check, which it's going to fail because it's stunned and unable to do much.
Oh, nice job.
Silk.
Okay, so Silk's gonna stay in that position unless it's moving. Then she'll. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Not for Ugnan. Oh yeah. Screw you, Ugnan. 91 attack.
A massive. Okay, so that's 8 points of damage.
Ooh.
But you've managed to do a critical, a B martial arts strike.
Oh, another height has been reached here. Oh, freaking 18.
Nice follow-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 hit.
No, because it loses the initiative for the next 2
Ooh.
rounds. So you're
Fine.
doing kind of what you needed to do to it. Numal, it's your turn.
Do I still get a flank attack?
Yes, I'll give you a flank attack on it because
Okay.
Silk just punched it in the face.
Okay, Shinnan's sword coming at you. Thing 5. Did that work?
Fumble, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fumble.
Oh,
Oh no.
Okay.
Roll low, low, low.
Might need Ugnan's help in a few minutes.
no. I don't.
It's nice and
You
low.
missed the creature.
Okay,
Flies
okay, so
creature
give
instead.
me a D100 one-handed weapons fumble, please.
Not high. Now you want
Low.
as if you have an effect, but if you do
98.
believe it.
Oh, that's
68.
scary.
So lose your grip, juggle your weapon for 2 rounds, but you can still parry. So you can parry, but you can't make an attack for the next 2 rounds.
You compare while juggling. That's pretty neat.
It's going to look impressive, I think.
Yeah, it would.
That's a damn sight more
Enjoy
impressive
it.
than just hitting something with your sword. If you can defend yourself and juggle at the same time,
That's some
Enjoy the
Jackie
show,
Chan
lads.
stuff
Enjoy the
right
show.
there.
that is
Yeah.
impressive stuff. Ugnan, do you want to
Ugnan-
take a breather, pal,
Yeah, I
and
think-
just have a sit down?
Yeah, I think Ugnan just sort of, with sweating brow, just walks against the wall. Those 2 arms just limply dangling either side. Slumps against the wall, slides, isn't this back down, just sits in his arse and goes, oh, fucking hell. And that's all he's going to do is
Nice.
as he preps a spell.
Newell says, look, I'm juggling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop bloody showing off.
All right,
So is
so
Ugnan
you're
with his
prepping.
noodle.
You're bleeding at 5 and 2. Cherry, your turn. You're going to heal
So-
again.
Yep. It doesn't
Uh,
add any more to it. It just continues to siphon.
And
And again, I'm going to forego just to make sure that I keep the whip as taut as possible. If I had my other arm working, I'd try and lift it off its feet so it's dangling upside down. But I'm not going to.
I don't think you've
I'm not
got
that stupid.
the mass or the strength.
That's true too.
Okay, Victor, I'll give you a flank attack on it because it's still got the whip around it. It can't break free, and you've stunned it as well.
Okay.
So it's really struggling.
Okay, Heat's Blade.
Okay, so 24 on the slash. Okay, so the foe is it's stunned again. And then that was heat, was it?
Yeah.
20. Again, more initiative lost. But nothing else. Next attack, cold critical. Sorry, your cold strike, please.
Oh, fumble.
Okay.
How?
Okay, low.
It's
Oh,
like your
of course.
addiction rolls, guys.
Fucking hell.
Oh
92.
no!
It's two-handed as well, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, two-handed are nasty.
You didn't need
So
that ankle, did you?
92. Oh shit. You stumble and nearly fall down in an apparent attempt to commit suicide. You're stunned for 4 rounds.
Wow.
That's really impressive. As Numal starts juggling and you try and commit suicide. I understand why,
God.
though.
Silk's looking around. Cran, get in here.
Okay, so
I saw what Newman was doing, and I want to try and juggle my weapon as well.
That's right.
there's many things I could say about that, but I
Steal the
won't.
show.
Okay, so I think that's what I'm doing.
Silk winks at Cran and says, "Don't think of Ugden when you swing."
Okay, so shield breaker. Okay, so that's 24 and a D-crush critical. Still standing, this thing. Okay, and initiative rolls, please. Silk, it's you to go.
Good luck, everybody. So she nods at Cran joining the party and gives it a big punch to the balls, doing the splits Van Dam's.
Wow, that
Right,
worked.
Can it be said that I increase morale of the other party members?
No. Nice
Silk
try,
starts
though.
clapping
An extra
mid
5
punch. Yeah.
points.
2 points of
Dynamic
damage. The
button.
creature is now rocking and beginning to buckle. It will get its lightning. I know it can't use its lightning bolt because it's got that many stuns on it. Ugnan, your turn.
Okay, clodding 5 is a success, so that's the 5 bleed gone, but can't do anything
Okay.
more than a walk for an hour. And that's it.
Okay.
That's Ugnan normally.
Numal,
Yeah.
you're juggling. Cherry, you get some healing.
Yay! And I continue to just
Okay.
hold on to that whip. Because
Victor
I think this is
is-
the best thing I've ever done.
Victor is stunned. So, Victor, you can move if you want, or you can basically block its route. I mean, you've hemmed it
Yeah,
in,
I'm
so it
just
can't
blocking.
move. All right, so Cran will have another go. So that's 30 and an E slash.
Oh, that's better. Now we're getting some damage.
And it's close to collapse. Oh, dear. Right, it's stunned, can't parry, bleeding heavily, so that's it. Initiative rolls, please. And Silk.
Okay, before she comes back up, she does a James Brown kind of split stand and punches it in the face.
Get down!
Oh, yeah, right.
Get on up.
Jump back! Well, against myself! Ah!
I hope this is being recorded because you've just dropped it.
Yes!
Oh,
You punch it in the
certainly
face and
is.
down it goes like a
Oh,
sack of potatoes. It
that's
collapses.
going on the kill
ground.
sheet.
But I'm going to give Cherry just another round of healing. I mean,
Yay.
it's going to be unconscious for a while,
Oh, so
so
yeah,
presumably
let's.
you can just stand over it.
Oh, and watch
and
it
bleed it
wither
out.
away into a husk.
Oh, I went up to 80.
There you go.
Wow.
So you can see that as Cherry stands over the creature, she begins to glow faintly red, and the armor begins to get quite warm. Can you all give me perception rolls? Sorry, Numal, Cran, Victor, and Silk. Can you give me perception rolls, please?
Oh, Lord, they all noticed.
Yeah. So they all notice the effect of the armor, what it's doing to you. They also notice that some very faint black lines appear around your throat, forehead, and around your eyes.
Really?
And they then disappear.
Fuck.
Cherry, are you fully versed in what that armor might be doing to you?
I feel fine. I feel great, actually. All I need is this broken arm fixed, and I'm set to rock on.
Why do you keep staring at all of our throats while you say that?
Okay, so
I feel
some major
I
healing.
suddenly decide to feel my canines to see if they're pointier than they were before.
That's right.
Give me a channeling resistance roll, actually, please, Cherry, in the tower.
Cherry pulls back her hood and her hair automatically falls in front of her eyes from that
Okay, thank you.
goth gal.
I'd have to dye part of my. I do the opposite of goth, where they have the black with the color splash. I'll just put a black color splash in my bright red hair.
That's right.
Okay, so as combat ceases, you can see, and you pause. Cherry hovers over the body, totally focused on the creature which has collapsed and is breathing out the last of whatever animated it. The rest of you look around warily, but there don't seem to be any other creatures emerging from fog and smog that shrouds everything. The rest of the city is quiet. You can hear, apart from your own panting breaths, just Ugnan muttering words as he begins to heal himself. He's in no state to continue as things are until he's cast a number of spells. The rest of you might wish to gather around him or to look at your own wounds as well.
A 66 on minor factor 2.
Whereas everybody else goes to Ugnan to get healed, I go to check on how Ugnan's doing.
Is Numal
so-
still juggling, or has he managed
No,
to
Numal has
get
finished
that under
juggling. Well, you can
control?
carry on if you want, but no, Numal is fine as far as I can see. No hit points of damage or anything else. Cran is got some concussion damage. Some Root could fix that if he's got any, which he hasn't. Actually, he has
Thank
got
you,
some.
Ugnan.
Cool.
Ugnan's now taken on my broken arm.
Okay, let me clear that from you. There we go.
Thank you.
Ugnan, do you want my Tears of the Gods? I mean, they're
Minor factor repair. 2.
Throw him roughly to the ground, Centurion. Right, I can't do anything for an hour other than walking, which is, as you say, is pretty much like Ugnan anyway.
Yeah.
Everything else, there's nothing lasting. The pearls are good. God, I've got one, I think, with still 20 odd. Let's have a quick check. I've got 19 power points in a pearl left, and I think you've got a pearl, and there's a 50 pearl between the two of us, isn't it?
yeah.
It's up to you. I think you've got the 50 power points. Just hang on to it for now, and we'll have to see.
Yeah, just if you need it.
Right, so all I need to do is take some damage off people and then fall unconscious for a little while. So you die, is it hits plus constitution stat? Is that when you
Yes,
die?
that's right.
All right, so I
Yep.
can take 210 hits. So if I take transfer Victor's 85 and Crown's 76 and Silk's 6, I should be able to go unconscious for a while.
Okay, so I'll reduce those.
And then I'll go
Victor.
regeneration, which is 4 hit points, and he's out for 210 rounds, however long that is.
Okay. The rest of you can gather around. Cherry can now move in closer now that none of you are bleeding. So Ugnan's healing and the damage that you took means that you'll probably need to rest for an hour or so, an hour or more, before you can continue, really, unless you go very, very carefully. Now, you can wait here for an hour, or you can carefully lift up and move Ugnan's healing body over onto the other side of the wall. Do you want to stay where you are? Do you want to move on, or do you want to retreat?
Yeah, let's just stay here for an hour just in case there's any movement required that we somehow fix. We can get into the bush right next to us to get some foliage.
Okay. So all you can see really is you're nestled against the security of that large red wall that you hopped over to get into this part of the royal compound. Looming up to your backs is that strange sort of huge building, which seemed to be some sort of portal to some sort of haunted wood. Ahead of you, you can see these 5 stone statues, very, very lifelike. You'd probably go closer and have a look at the statues. I don't think that would be
Okay. She'll do
otherwise.
that.
So let me just.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
cool. I can stay with Ugnan.
I know we're supposed to protect Ugnan, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Ooh, pretty."
Okay, so what you can see beyond the statues, can you all give me perception rolls, first of all? So the statues are lifelike, each of them unique, and each of them beautifully carved to represent a sailor. Some of them have cutlasses out, some of them have broadswords. They're all facing the large marble-floored gazebo that you can see in front of you. In our modern days, this would be sort of a Greek-style gazebo. You can see a green tiled floor with a pillar-supported domed roof. The roof was probably finished with tiles in its heyday. Many of the tiles, though, have been dislodged and lie in bits around the floor. Stone stairs lead up onto the raised marble floor, in the centre of which is a large, rather plain stone platform. In front of the plain stone platform, there are a number of really curiously carved vertical columns. They're only about 7 foot tall. They're not supporting any weight, but they look like red and yellow, orange, twisted coils, slightly pointed at the top, getting slightly broader at the bottom. What they are, you don't know, but they're certainly not architectural in terms of weight supporting, decorative, if anything. But obviously, with Ugnan being in no fit state to move at present, you don't get any closer. Anybody want to do anything while you wait, or do you want to make sure that your healer is up and ready to go?
Yeah, we'll go back. Cran will bear hug Silk and drag her back to the hug.
Okay. Numa, give me a perception roll, please. You're the last to retreat. So you glance over your shoulder as you walk away. You thought you saw some movement near one of those strange spiral statue things, but you must have been mistaken.
Was it to the extent I saw that? Was that movement of the statue itself, or was it something else?
It could have been that spiral statue moving. You're not quite sure. It could be. I mean, those bright, vivid colours and the fact that they are spiral shaped does make your eyes go a little bit funny. So it's probably that rather than anything moving. But it was almost as if, honestly, for a second you thought that thing was kind of coiling and writhing and moving. But it was probably just the bright colours and the stress of the place, battle shock, playing on your mind.
And GM,
Anyway.
was it just one of the pillars, or was it all?
No,
all
you
of
just
them?
saw one of the statues you thought moved slightly, but you're obviously mistaken. Looking back again as you join the others, just as the murk sort of surrounds the place again, no, none of them have moved.
So, Numal mentions the glimpse that he saw of the movement to the others. What do you think that is? Is it some kind of plinth or some kind of temple? I think we've already seen a temple in the cities, and this looks quite different to it. Maybe worth investigating further once Ugnan's recovered.
Yeah, I think you're right. And then again, Silk starts creeping her way towards there, and then Cran bear hugs her back.
And that's where we'll leave this episode, waiting for Ugnan to wake up and then go and see this gazebo with these weird statues. And hello to quite a bunch of listeners, actually. I boosted a post on Facebook, and there's been quite a significant number of listeners and downloads for this podcast. Better not tell the other players, I just think it's their mums and a few diehards watching. But if you are listening, it'd be great if you could subscribe to us or follow us on Podbean. Reason being is for nothing other than it just moves it further up the pages it makes it easier for other people to find us, really. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for listening. Catch you next time. Cheers. Bye.